Greetings, I'm Professor K, and welcome to the course overview for Server 2012 R2 Hands-On Training Part 1. A little bit about me. I have 20 years experience working in technology, and I've been teaching online for more than 12. I have 2 master's degrees. One of them is in cybersecurity, and the other one is in information technology. I also hold a number of certifications from vendors such as Microsoft and CompTIA. In this course, we will be building our lab environment using VirtualBox. Students are free to use any hardware emulator they so desire, but this course is designed and built around using VirtualBox. All links for software and ISO downloads are provided in the lab files. One virtual install of Server 2012 Standard is required, along with another virtual install of Server 2012 Core and one virtual install of Windows 10 Client. It doesn't have to be Windows 10, it just has to be a client, so it can be Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10. Now, before anyone signs up for this course, please complete Section 2, which is the actual building of your virtual lab environment. If you cannot, for whatever reason, build the virtual lab environment, then please do not sign up for the course. In this next slide, you see exactly how your network is to be designed. Now, everybody has to be able to see everybody on the network for this course to be successful. So if you don't understand TCP/IP and how DNS works, hopefully by the time you complete this course, you'll have a much better understanding of how networking actually works in the real-world environment. For this course, you will be creating 3 virtual machines using VirtualBox, and those 3 machines will be configured with the same networking IP address, and they will all belong to the same domain. That is going to allow them to be able to communicate. The client is nothing more than a test machine to ensure that certain labs are actually working in the course for you, such as group policy, DNS, any of the other labs that require confirmation and that require that a client be configured, such as work folders. Well, that's why we have the client, so that you can confirm that the labs and what you're being taught is actually working. This network diagram is provided for you in Section 2 of the course. So let's go ahead and take a look at the curriculum. And currently you are in Section 1, which is the course overview. Section 2 is the building of your virtual lab environment. And in Section 3, we get into the installing and configuring of Active Directory. In Section 4, you're going to learn about DNS. In Section 5, you're going to learn about Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, or DHCP. In Section 6, you're going to learn about group policy. In Section 7, we'll discuss disk management. In Section 8, we'll talk about print services. In Section 9, Active Directory maintenance. And Section 10 is your bonus section. Now, the hardware and the software requirements to participate in this course are pretty lax. All you got to have is a machine with at least 4 gigabytes of RAM. 8 gigabytes is preferred, because if you're running 2 or 3 virtual machines on top of a host operating system, things are going to get pretty slow. You're also going to need a system BIOS capable of supporting VT+X virtualization. Now, that BIOS is what you have to access as soon as your machine starts up and you get that message about to enter the setup, press escape or press F1. Well, that is your BIOS. You have to go in there, go into the advanced settings, and you have to make sure that virtualization is enabled. If you have an HP machine, desktop or laptop, by default, it will come from the factory disabled for virtualization. So this course is designed for someone with a basic understanding of working with Microsoft and or Cisco networks. You need to have a basic knowledge of operating systems, need to understand networking principles, IP addressing, and of course DNS. This course is dynamic, which means that it is updated periodically. So over time, I will add more lessons. That's why the course is so big at this time, because I've added lessons over the last couple of 3 years to help advance the course as much as I possibly can and to give you, the student, the greatest amount of value. And so that's going to conclude this short video on the course overview for Server 2012 Hands-On Training Part 1. Now, if you have any questions or you have any concerns about anything to do with this course, please do not hesitate to reach out and contact your instructor, and I'll see you in my next video.